All right, so let's move on to our next one. Kristin Cavallari told People that being a big flirt is ingrained in her personality, and staff agreed that it's part of being a good interviewer. So, do you have to be a flirt to be a good interviewer? What do you guys think? The audience likes it.
Yeah, a little bit. I get it. Yeah, I think we're looking at also gender dynamics here or sexual orientation dynamics, right? But I just think that in general, yeah, what's an interviewer trying to get? In a quick, short time, you're trying to get a shorthand, get a rapport with your person, and sometimes a little, that can go far because you're trying to get access to them. And what does a celebrity love? When you stroke their ego. So I think that flirt can get you a little far. I just think it could backfire really easily. And I think that's what everybody has to be worried about. If you don't know the line, I think you can go too far, especially if you're a man interviewing a woman. I mean, you have to be careful. But I also think you have to be careful for your own professionalism. I've seen, female interviewers who I think go too far.
Really?
And they look unprofessional.
Yeah.
To me, it's unprofessional, and I think you have to be careful. If you want to get the interview is one thing, staying professional is another. That's a very narrow line, so good luck.
You know who I want to hear from? I want to hear from the woman who pulled down her pants in front of Hugh Jackman. What do you think about
Well, I'm taking it all in. I'm taking it all in. And I think the key is being authentic. I will be. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Right?
Yeah. This is going to be controversial. I'm going to tell you what my secret weapon is. And I think you might have been hitting on it with the flirting thing. I can get away with a lot, and you're going to disagree, but I need you to bear with me. I can get away with a lot because I'm not beautiful. No! Listen. It is my secret power, and I would never get it up. Looking average, being an average size is truly a remarkable thing because I can get away with so much more. I'm serious. I'm not intimidating. I can put people at ease in a very quick way, and I can show a side of vulnerability like I did there. I don't think that would have played the same. They loved it. I think our audience really loved it. If I was a model, would that have played the same way?
That's interesting. It would have been.
I had razor burn. You know what I mean? But
I agree. There's a comedic aspect that might have been lost I'm not saying it couldn't have happened if it was a model doing it, but it might have been lost if they didn't have their perfect. You're very funny though.
And you're also self-deprecating.
Self-deprecating.
And you have a good sense of humor, which is also super important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
She is beautiful also.
I think that there are comedians who don't take themselves too seriously, who some people would say are conventionally beautiful, but because they're self-deprecating and they don't take themselves too seriously, you can get away with
a good point.
So
Like a Sarah Silverman?
Yeah, maybe, but I think
the flirting.
yeah.
But the flirting, listen, flirting never hurt nobody.
Yeah.
You guys have seen me do it a million times, and the reason why sometimes I reach for that tool is, listen, these interviews sometimes are very stressful, and sometimes they can be really boring, especially if you're doing a junket where this person's been sitting in that room for hours, and here you come along with the same questions. If you can gauge something where you can kind of have that connection, this is how the interview goes from like, oh, that was good, to it being fantastic. And you're right, there is a fine line, but I always ask myself the 4 W's, right? Who am I flirting with? Is this a married man? Because then it's not funny, right? It's very uncomfortable as a single woman to be overly flirting with a married man, right? So also
apparently average Jess doesn't mind.
Right? Also, am I talking to the leader of a country? Am I talking to them right? Sure. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to Mark Carney? It's not cute if I do it with Mark Carney, although we'll see. What's the context? Are we talking about people losing their Medicaid and I'm over there going, so...
No, of course.
Like, right? You have to think about why you're doing it. And why am I doing it? Am I doing it because I get a little sense of like, they're willing to play with me? Because anytime you've seen me do this on the show, I know that that person is down to play and it's the only reason I do it. I don't just do it cold like, I'm so flirtatious. Never. It's like, you gotta read the room. For a purpose. Because you're right, if you don't read the room correctly, you're forever that person where it's like, oh my God, there she's, it's so uncomfortable. And it gives everybody the ick.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.